Hey everybody, alright, so I have already gotten ready for bed. I don't have on my jewelry, but I'm planning now. I am definitely feeling like there's a lot I need to do, but I didn't do any pre-planning. Like I normally kind of make lists throughout the week about what I need to get done, and it helps me sit down and kind of task out for the next week. So last week we did the Nightmare Before Christmas theme. Told you it was going to be another Disney Halloween theme this week, and I wanted to see if anyone guessed it. I have to go and look. I don't think anyone guessed it. So the theme for this week, we are planning for the week of October 10th, is the Evil Queen from Snow White. I had a lot of people who guessed Maleficent. They did have a wonderful Maleficent theme pack, but I was going for kind of true evil, and since that new Maleficent movie that came out, it makes me like change how I think about her, so I thought the Evil Queen was better, and I already had things planned for the rest of the time. So let me brighten this up a little bit. That's better. Magic. Alright, so we're going with Evil Queen. You can guess what the theme is next week. The theme next week is really fun. I'll be surprised if anyone guesses it, but I'll be impressed. So basically, you guys, I have been working my patukas, and I did use the word patukas, off since we got back from our trip on editing. I've been working really hard on getting the Disney vlogs edited. They take a long time to edit because there's a ton of footage, and they're my Disney vlogs. I've got to make them extra magical, so I take more time to edit. I also made a motion graphic, and it's just been keeping me really busy. I'm still not quite done. But I really slacked off on housework and also personal work. I should be training hardcore right now for my upcoming 10K, and I didn't train much at all this past week, which is unacceptable. So I made a deal with myself that this week and moving forward is going to be, the priority is going to be on myself, and not in a selfish way, and I think in a good, healthy way. I'm just going to try to take extra care to really just be super active, because it's hard for me to run a 10K right now. I can barely do it in the time I need to do it. So that being said, the problem though is that my house is a wreck. It is messier than I think it's probably ever been since maybe directly after having children or something like that. And that is even my husband does help. I actually have one of those husbands that does help. The problem is that honestly he's not, is that there are things I noticed he avoids. Like, he avoids doing the dishes like it's the plague, and so they pile up. Right? I'm like, but then he'll help in other areas, but sometimes I'm like, no, I would rather you do things like that. Anyway, my house is an absolute mess, but you know what I figured? I thought I could include really deep cleaning and scrubbing down my house as part of my being more active this week type of thing, right? Right, so that's the plan. Let's get started. That was a little pre-talking going on there. Let's get started on planning out for this week. Get some stuff written down so I feel like I, can tackle things like the most I can. I'm finished. There are some things I didn't completely fill out. Like, I filled out my kind of lofty workout goals for Monday, but I don't know, depending on how this goes with my youngest in tow, I might repeat it, but if it's not very, if it doesn't work with our schedules, because it will take up a lot of the day, then I'll alternate. But so I didn't fill out exactly what I'll be doing, but I just put little reminders that every single day I need to be super active. And then the same, normally I have a really long list of like goals, but since this week my main goal is to be active, so my actual like goal list is smaller. And then my cleaning list and my YouTube list are more than I feel like I have time to do, but I will find a way. And again, priority is this stuff for me. So here it is, the Evil Queen layout. Take a guess as to what our theme will be next week. And thank you guys so much for watching. We're counting down to our next Disney trip, so that is always exciting. It's also the time of year when we start to have more and more weekend activities, or we just get more busy, but in a way that I just love. I just live for this time of year. So many family activities. It's busy and hectic and amazing, and I love it. What I don't love is that we still have temperatures in the 90s here, so it'd be really awesome if it would start to drop, you know, even just the 80s. I will take staying in the 80s. I think we are supposed to have days in the 80s this week, which would be amazing. Maybe because we could at least pretend like maybe it kind of feels like fall. That won't really happen for a while, but regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be excited to see if anyone can figure out my theme for next week, and I will talk to everyone later. Bye guys.